Okay, baby, daddy's going for a drive. I'll be back soon, okay? Love you. Oh, get that sleep out of the eyes. Love you, darling. I'll see you after, okay? Alright, you watch the house. I'm with Sonia. She's on the Vulcan, and we're out for a rep, guys. And her bike is sounding some good. And of course, I'm on the Boulevard, and I already started recording. I thought I did, but unfortunately, I wasn't recording. Alright, why isn't my... Oh, I hit the kill switch. Now listen to hers. Awesome, eh? Okay, we'll try this video all over again. As I say, I thought I was recording, but my camera didn't like being plugged into the battery pack, and it wasn't even fully charged. It was just acting up. But yeah, Sonia's bike is sounding really good. It's a little dirty right now, but she does have a reason for that. She's been kind of under the weather herself, so she'll get it cleaned up here soon. And of course, I'm on the Boulevard. I now have 14,168 kilometers on it. I'll tell you, I love this bike. So yeah, we're probably gonna go around Victoria Park. There's not too many places to ride to right in town, unless we decide to go out of town. But yeah, today, guys, I almost pulled up to a roadblock, and not that the roadblock is any problem, it's just that I didn't get my bike inspected yet this year. It ran out in March, and I had to pull into a spot just before the roadblock, and I figured they would come after me, but they didn't. Okay, so I guess we're gonna take a ride out the bypass road today. Oh, jeepers. Funny thing is, I wasn't the only one, because I sat there for a little bit and I watched a couple more vehicles do the same thing. One did a circle right on the road. It was kind of funny. I hope I got that footage. I hope my camera wasn't working too bad earlier and didn't take it, so I still don't know. But yeah, I can't even hear the bull over Sonia's Kawasaki. Of course, she has the Cobra pipes on it. Loving this Boulevard, guys. I call it the perfect island bike. It doesn't have a lot of top end speed. It starts to wind out. It needs another gear, and but it's a perfect island bike because our speed limit's around here, and we have a lot of meadows and valleys and stuff, hills, and this bike is always in torque. So, I mean, you can ride it along at 120 kilometers an hour, but I just feel that the RPM is getting up there to be doing any amount of long riding, and I don't like that. So, it's a great town bike. It's great for the outskirts and it's great for the country. And I would cruise to Toronto or Alberta, but I wouldn't be speeding, that's for sure. I'd be doing 100 kilometers an hour and just sit back and cruise. It's a ball going on in Victoria Park. Yeah, I had to put my shield up back there. Holy jeepers, I was steaming up like crazy. But I took the windshield off, and because of that I was able to raise my handlebars, and I'll tell you, it feels a lot better. It's more suited for me right now, because before it was way down there in my hand and I didn't like it. It's quite a difference. I also took the rear seat off, along with the backrest of course, and I took off the bags. I'm liking the looks of this bike a lot better now. I was never really into the windshield kind of thing, but it is great because we do have a lot of wind around this island at times, and it does get pretty cool riding. So, I don't know. I would like to get one of those quick release. That would be great. And unfortunately, Sonia doesn't have her bat wing on her bike anymore, because one day it fell over. I don't know, just kind of the kickstand sunk into the ground or something, and anyway, she ended up breaking one of the brackets. The bat wing also broke, but she got it fixed and all painted, and then realized one of the brackets were broke, so just got to try to find one somewhere. She ordered some, and they weren't the right ones. Nice evening here in Charlottetown, and we're at Victoria Park. We're gonna be stopping right here and have a smoke, I guess. Beautiful around here, guys. And here's a shot of the bikes. Yeah, I can't even hear the Boulevard. I just gotta guess by the response on the throttle what gear I'm in. It doesn't have a gear indicator light. Even if it did, I probably wouldn't look at it, because you can always tell by the feel. So the way we're going right now, if we go straight out and hang a left, it would take us westwards, the Trans-Canada Highway. This is University Avenue, which is also considered as the Trans-Canada Highway. know where you're going there. There's a curve beside me. I can't cut over, so don't cut over. Baffles in those Cobras neither. She bought it like that, and unfortunately the baffles didn't come with it. The truth, I don't think I'd handle riding with somebody with a loud set of pipes for very long. I'd have to stay a bit of a distance away from them because it gets pretty annoying in my opinion. But it's great when they're on your own bike because you can't hear them so loud, but when you're right up behind them it's a whole different story. Feels good to be heading out of town. Get sick of riding in town all the time. That's all I did all my life. Small little city. It's nice to get away from it. Here we go, steaming up again. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to ride this bike easy, guys. I don't want to rip on her too hard because I just want this bike to last me. I can't afford to be fixing it and buying different bikes and all that stuff. Putting clutches in them and whatever. When you can hear the sound of this bike, it does sound nice when you give her a shot. And you guys will notice that the island loves its roundabouts. They started building them back just a few years ago, and now we have them like crazy. I would have normally just let that car go, but she was making her move, so I just wanted to keep on going. Biker. I would say the way the fuel's going, we're going to start seeing a lot more bikes around than there ever was. I left her back there, guys. I shouldn't have did that, but I thought she was going to keep rolling. I'll just ride slowly, she'll catch up. Yeah. No cars between me and her, she'll catch up now. Yeah, this is the newest road on the island, I think, so this is kind of a nice road to ride on. Right on, Sonia. See, it's showing 100 kilometers here right now. You can just tell she's winding a little bit. Not bad, don't get me wrong. It just doesn't have a lot of top-end gear, but it has a lot of torque. Actually, I think this road's only like a 70-kilometer-an-hour road. We're doing 80 now. Riding westward, guys. Man, would I ever love to just keep on going and go visit Tipsy and Trippy and go see Randy's rides. It'd be fun. Get to see those boys. Someday we'll do that. It's hard owning a dog. That's the problem. After my last dog, I said I'm never going to own another dog, and what did I do? I took another dog that somebody wanted to give to me, and I love her that I got her, but just all the stuff I like to do being a single dude, I can't do. That's the problem. It just costs money if you want somebody to look after it for a week or two. It costs quite a bit of money, and I don't have that kind of money. Oh, this feels awesome. I bought a used set of chaps there for the summer, and I'm telling you, I'm so glad I got them, because I'm not a bit cold. Poor Sonia, I guess she's a bit cold right now, but if she was too cold, she'd just turn around. We seem to be riding into the wind right now. Yeah, there's times I wish I would have bought a sport bike, because I was right into the sport bikes when I was younger, and this is my first cruiser. Don't get me wrong, I like this cruiser. It's fun just sitting back and cruising now that I'm getting older, but I still love the sport bikes. I really do. I don't know how much further she's going to go here. We may be turning around, coming back. I'm not sure. As I say, I don't think she's very warm. She needs a set of chaps. Yeah, we're going to be turning around. I need an intercom, and she needs an intercom, because I hate trying to roar to her over the bikes. It sounds awful, and especially if I'm making a video, it sucks for you guys. So I just have to cut everything out every time I try to talk to her. What gear is in there, just because we're taking it so easy. Sonia likes to ride on the yellow line side, so I just stay to the right always. In case she decides she wants to pass me, then she knows that I'm not going to pull over. See, the Boulevard is just so torquey. It loves the hills. It really does. And I know that's not much of a hill, but someday we'll get out in the country where there's a lot of hills and turns, and it just loves it. So funny, I used to be such a rebel when I was younger, and I'd speed all over the place. And totally different now. I just try to stay around the speed limit. See, that was showing 65 there that I was doing, and on the bike it's showing 70. From what I noticed, the speedometers are off on most bikes. Now, I'm not too sure about the more expensive bikes, but yeah. They always are under a few kilometers than what they actually show. And that's not just come from me. So many people say that. And I noticed that years ago. And my friends always said the same thing. Yeah, she's cold, guys, so we can't go very far. But I'm gonna get out really soon. And I'll take you guys for a ride out around the country. Red lights. I hate them, I hate them. Just want to keep on cruising. So I thought I had a bit of a problem with this bike last year. I kind of thought the red wasn't working and the bike might have been heating up. This was later on in the summer when it was really hot, so I kind of stopped riding it. I said I gotta fix it, and I just kept on riding the other bike. And anyways, it ended up being, because I changed oil right away before I take them out for the summer, and it was the oil that I used last summer. The clutch didn't like it at all, so anyways, we're back to the oil I used originally, and have no problems. And of course I sat around and waited for the fan to come on, and it finally came on whenever I was sitting there watching it. And so yeah, there's no problem with the bike at all. It was just me and the oil that I used. And what was going on was that the clutch was getting right soft whenever I went to engage it. Felt really weird. am going to do one mod to this bike sometime, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to order some heavy duty, more like racing clutch springs, and I'll just get some new plates and whatever all else is in the clutch. I forget them friction plates, and I forget what the other ones are called, but makes an awful difference when you do that mod to the bikes. I did it to a couple of my bikes years ago, and I'll tell you what a difference when you do that. It always seems like the factory ones are never strong enough. Don't get me wrong, the factory one's good enough if you're not wanting to, you know, race around everywhere. It's just drive half normally, but yeah, I like to have the heavy duty clutch in it, in my bikes. So for you Kawasaki lovers, there you just go. Finally got a video out, and I finally got Sonia out for a ride. I know there's a lot of people that like the Kawasaki Vulcans. I was actually thinking of buying one before the Boulevard, but I just couldn't pass up this Boulevard because the kilometers were so low. Another thing is, I didn't want to have the same bike as Sonia. It's kind of nice having something different from hers, because we're great friends and we do travel around quite a bit together, so gonna go in and see my mom. Right on. Thanks, Sonia. She knows I like to pull in and see my mother every now and then.